Joe was originally one of my subscribers.
Joe was my subscriber first. I'm everyone's first.
I was actually watching Dustin Daily. So today, yeah. So Dustin Daily did this video today about James Charles because there was these new allegations that came out. But he was talking about how he was like telling James that you have to be like so careful about what you share with people online because like you never know what somebody's intentions are. And I feel like in that video where I was like sharing like it's hard to trust people, that's sort of like what he said in his video about James Charles is like completely how I felt like.
And why the wider YouTube community is believing her when she did this to James Charles.
I don't understand why you guys don't understand what's happening here. This happened to James Charles. And then it was, what, Jeffrey and Shane? Now it's my turn. Going to be the next James Charles.
Once again, I'm James Charles, bitch.
I think she left because she doesn't want to answer the hard questions.
You don't. So I almost fucking fainted when I heard you say on your panel that I had texted you and threatened to burn your fucking house down.
I didn't say that was you.
Everybody heard you say that girl has been harassing you.
I said I suspected you because you go so hard for me in his chat.
So you just said that you didn't say that, and then you turned around and said that you did.
But I'm just curious.
Of course it wasn't me. Have I not displayed a high enough level of intelligence to show you that I wouldn't be dumb enough to tell you before I came to burn your house down? How fucking stupid does somebody have to be? But if I ever came for your jugular, it would be super ugly, and I'm not gonna disrespect.
No, but those weren't the hard questions.
I mean, I thought this was about airing shit out that he's done. I would love for her to say, you know what? Yep, Kay, I was really horrible and treacherous to you, and it's because I believed him and listened to his lies. I would love for her to say that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just want you to tell me exactly what I want to hear and apologize to me and tell me how it's all your fault and how I was the victim. I would just love it if you could do that. I mean, that's all.
And they would always message me over this past 3-4 months and say, Kay, we have no idea why that girl is doing this. She doesn't even know you. So I was kind of hoping to have some closure with her as to why she comes so hard for me.
Yeah, I already told her how everyone's already kind of against her and questioning her. I mean, I don't know why she didn't feel compelled to just buddy up to me and tell me that she's sorry.
Someone texted me and said, what's going on, girl? How's it going in the D? People message me all the time saying the D, something about the D, trying to scare me. It's so stupid.
Does that scare you? Well, I guess it could. It depends on how big the D is, though.
And she goes hard for me in his chat, like calling me a piece of shit and every foul name in the book. She's gone after me and I'm this and I'm that. And they love to call me a doxer and a liar and a piece of shit and a victim blamer. And
you can tell I'm not a victim blamer because I'm not blaming myself right now. And I don't think I could possibly make myself out to be a bigger, fatter victim than right now.
Like, go, Will, go. Get Kay, get her, get Kay.
So Jen says, I'm not trying to be rude, but I thought you wanted to keep this channel separate from the other topics that you handle on the other. So I'm not actually talking about the content. I'm talking about how the content is affecting me. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's none of your damn business because the same outlets are reporting on it. So I feel like sometimes these commentators, they're just held to a different standard, and that's not fair because he's literally just doing his job.
Just because we don't have the degree, the education, or the training as journalists do, doesn't mean that we have to be held to different standards. I mean, it's not like we're held to the same ethics.
Renegade, renegade, renegade.
And to Jeffree Star and to Shane Dawson. Why is it because I had an opinion about her? Why? That was very small by comparison. Why hasn't she gone after D'Angelo Wallace? Why hasn't she gone against PewDiePie? Why didn't she go after all these big YouTubers that made all these videos that did far more damage than me?
You notice how every name I named off there was male? I said this months ago. This is only happening to me because I'm a bitch.
Yeah, so I was doing investigative work at the time, following a lead and going in all kinds of different directions, as you know, when you're investigating.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I was being nice there. The only thing Uni knows how to investigate is how to find his own people.
And people are acting like I was stalking the family. I was not. I did not contact anyone. I did not contact her family. I did not contact anyone in their family. I looked at public records on ancestry.com. You know, it's not like they act like I was going to hospitals and getting birth certificates. It's like...
Exactly. Like, everyone knows you don't get birth certificates from the hospitals anyway.
No, I deactivated because Keemstar started making these videos and accusing me of being a stalker and making a lot of defamatory statements and acting like, and then he kept saying allegedly, and like as though as though he knew, even though he was saying allegedly, it was almost implied.
I just don't understand this word allegedly. I mean, how does it work exactly?
Keem, you're welcome to come talk. I know Keem's watched my show several times. I don't think he likes me, but he's welcome to come talk sometime. But
wow, good idea, Uni. Because you just know that Keemstar was sitting around thinking to himself, man, I wish Uni would invite me onto his show.
Why do you think they didn't file that in court yet, but they gave it to Emily Baker? I hope you could elaborate there a little bit, because I mean, people have been asking so much in my chat. I just wanted to make sure I had you on that.
I can't say for certainty. I mean, it all just feels like this is them trying to use the court of public opinion. And it seems odd to me that Emily, who is a former prosecutor, would be so irresponsible by posting something like that, which could negatively actually impact their case in California.
Yeah, she should have known better than to post and discuss a public document publicly.
Like, why would she? They haven't even responded to that case in California. They have not responded at all. What she shared on her page on her channel was something that it appears as though they were like in mediation, maybe, of going back and forth between attorneys back in August. And that's why when you were looking at it yesterday, you said, this doesn't make sense. Why are they using this as evidence? This proves what Clark said in the lawsuit.
There's a lot of people that do believe Swanson hooked you up.
I didn't have a lot of information, though.
I really didn't have a lot of information, though. I mean, I just happened to know exactly when the case was electronically filed, because someone I know works at the courthouse and happened to be there when it was dropped off.
Because you just said that Emily Baker kind of like led that on, so.
Well,
why?
And at the end of the day, if you're reporting and you have a source, like, who is her source? She hasn't given up her source, right?
Exactly. Who was her source in the courthouse? I mean, it's not like they have some sort of system where they like update you automatically or anything. She must know someone.
She's putting herself in that same position, right? Where she's now reporting from a source about a lawsuit where she could end up being in the lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. I will figure this out. I will find the source, and I will put the source on the stand, and I'm going to find out what conspiracy they have going on, exactly how she's finding out about my filings when I file them. You know, for such a smart lawyer, she's not too smart. She met her match in me.
I privated videos. Like, privating videos is not deleting evidence.
The evidence is still there. I'm just hiding it from my viewers.
I don't know. Why is she not prone to question what Michael Saltz is doing on Twitter? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's bizarre. It's bizarre to me. Why is it that I'm deleting evidence, but then and I'm not?
Exactly. I mean, how do we really know that he's collecting evidence? He could be deleting it.
If Creepshow is in the audience, I just want to tell her to stop talking about me. Unirock asked me to reach out to you. He said that you could help me.
It was his dumbass idea why I even reached out in the first place. However, you didn't help me.
And she's literally in the chat calling me a goober.
You're a goober.
I feel that anyone...
Hold on.
Yeah, please.
Creepshow, either act like an adult or get out of this chat right now. You are being a bully. You are nothing but a bully. I have never stalked you. I will get my lawyer to get you in this lawsuit. Leave me alone, Creepshow. I'm done.
Okay, listen. How do we build bridges, Katie? How do we build bridges? Because we all...
Dude, what bridges? Dude, shut the fuck.
She is literally,
We don't know that that's her, though. We don't know that that's her. There's no way to tell, right?
Oh, yeah, ask. Then who is it? Your mother?
I think anyone would.
Several of her friends have been doing this to me for months. They will not respond to me. They will not speak to me, but then they mock, harass, and bully me.
You ever been bullied, stalked, or harassed through ESP? That's even worse than being spoken to.
I have been asking a lot of them to have conversations. I don't want to have people yelling and screaming at me.
Exactly, which is why what I mean by conversation is I converse, you don't.
From the top, make it wet, make it.
I'm just confused why people say I need to take accountability. Of what? I can't admit anything right now.
It's just because of this lawsuit. I mean, if it wasn't for this lawsuit, I would totally take accountability for all of my faults or my wrongs. No.
Instead of they don't email me. They could email me if they wanted to talk. They don't DM me. My emails aren't blocked. If they had an issue and they wanted to talk.
See, everyone is free to email me. And it's kind of like playing the lottery where you have a 50-50 chance of being labeled a stalker by me.
Scared of people because we have had the police called on us. We have had our neighbors contacted. We have had people report our contact. When my son was in the hospital, these people called the hospital. When my husband was working, they called my husband's employer.
I'm so scared of these trolls, and they were able to call the hospital because I told them where we were. They were able to contact my husband's employer because I might have put out a bunch of tweets where I demonized his employer, and they contacted my neighbors probably because I told all my viewers how my neighbors wanted to kill me. See, I'm so afraid of these trolls that are my viewers that I keep telling them everything.
From the top, make it drop, wicker.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with their criticism on you. I just want to be clear. It has nothing to do with
No, it has to do with their involvement and then what they're doing with that involvement.
Okay, so just to be clear again, it has nothing to do with how they're currently criticizing you. I just want to be clear.
No, it has to do with how that's a loaded question because it's
how did you do that? It sounds like the same question, but now it's loaded.
But you do understand that with any sort of publishing in terms of, and even if it's commentary and criticism, from a legal perspective, if you're criticizing someone, providing an opinion, or stating something about someone, from a legal perspective, if they want to defend themselves, they have a right to.
The more you tell me, and this is just me being honest, the more you tell me you're not something, the more I actually believe you are. That's you crazy. Said it so many times. It's just if you're not, you're not.
I will go as far as to
say that's unfair.
Well, hold on.
But no, the reason. But let me tell you why.
That's
no, let me tell you. No. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
No, I don't even want to hear that.
Okay, but that's part of your problem. But that's part of you don't want to hear. Get over that. There's been other actual criticism that you can address, but you're stuck on this one thing.
That's the only thing I've ever heard her say because I don't watch her videos.
Well, that's the problem, and that's
that's a huge problem. What are you talking to her about if you don't even watch anything she said about you or anything like that? What is it that you're talking to her about?
Let me interrupt, Katie.
Overwhelming when everyone is in chat and hates me.
That's all.
Honestly, if people don't like me, that's fine.
It's
just really overwhelming when, first of all, I'm not trying to make an excuse, but I have ADHD. Reactionary is a part of ADHD. I have anxiety and I am also a rape survivor and have PTSD. And so it is at times hard for me to really decipher between it's hard to see the real from the fake and what I'm, and it's hard because I have a child that's medically fragile that has a feeding tube and has had all these surgeries and
can I say this?
Hold on, just let me finish this. I'm going to be done and then I'll be done. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there's all of these things that sort of cause me stress. And then it's it can get compounded and then I just feel like I can't win.
I would suggest, based on everything that you've just mentioned, you should take even longer to respond and address anything. Like, I truly believe, and again, you do what you want, but I truly believe, based on at least the recent actions I've seen, you're one of the last people right now who should ever live stream. I'm being honest. I know you get a lot of support through live streaming, but you also don't help yourself in those live streams. And again, complete transparency, I'm friends with Creepshow. I love Creepshow. I'm friends with Nick. I'm friends with Dustin. But coming from like a human standpoint, you need to find a healthier way to filter through all this.
I'm done.
Woo! Oh! Okay, it's time for member shoutouts. I want to thank Rena Rue, Yoo-Hoo Shoo, Sensibly Morbid, Angie Dare One, Poodlerific, Larissa M, T King, Tina Colry, Stacy Bloomberg, Claire S. Bear, Lizzie Stardust, Noah Lani, Babibbity Bobbity Boo, Holly B, Jen Gerard, Enough is Enough, Chanley Dish, Chicken Cakes, Lady Law, Susan, Crystal, Pink Flamingo, Sarah Loves Donuts, Mary HB, Lil Red Y'all, SS, Dottie Morgan, Kelly Gentry, Not All Who Wander, Karen Bluebird, Leah, Carolyn Pierce, Laura Nelson, Gary McLaughlin, Jeanette Stevens, and Yellow Submarine. Thank you guys so much for joining, and thanks everyone for watching.